Okay, better on AMD here, right? Looking much better. 3 minutes to go on these closes, looking sharp. I'll keep an eye on this. I'll be looking at those 85Ps. So I got 2 minutes to go, so not a huge rush. But just keep an eye, right? Want to see this thing close under 88. I think that's pretty important here. And then to me, half size. And so far, so good. Pretty happy with that entry on AMD, but I'd like to start getting a little bit more follow through here to get that sort of entry protection mode, right? In at 91 cents, half size. See if we can get this thing up towards like that 99, right? $98 mark here. If so, I'm going to take off about a quarter of my position, right? At about $1, if we can get there. Being a little bit stubborn so far. Just doesn't want to make lower lows, right? That's the stubborn. Happy with the entry, right? Sitting on small green here, but want to get to that entry protection, have that sort of stress-free trade, and then hopefully get that nice follow through. Okay, watching close here, right? Want to try to take some off at around $1. At 98 cents here. So if we get a little flush, right, should get. Okay, watching close here, guys. Gonna try to take some off, right? Lock in some profit. That's good for us, right? That's good for us. Still in, trying to lock in some profit. Got one share off. Fuck. There we go, guys. Locked in a little bit of profit there at $1. Stop loss now, my remainder is going to be 95 cents. And then let's see if this thing can keep going. But good start here, guys. Great start. Let's see if we can keep getting a little bit of follow through. But well done. Waiting for that thing to break down and that patience. And let's see if this thing can keep going. But in great shape here now. Have nothing else to do besides watch and see if we can keep getting some further follow through. Anyone in this AMD here with me? What price did you try to get a fill at, T-Cron? Nice work, James. Nice work. Okay, looking good here, guys. That's okay. Well, make sure you're locking in profit now here, Jesus. Right, I'm going to take off a little bit more here, guys, at this 1010. 1010, 110. So there we go. Locked in a little bit more profit. Stop loss now on my remainder is going to be at $1. And let's go, everybody. Well done. Okay, maybe a little bit aggressive, but I get it. I get it. I think it's probably, probably better to be too aggressive on your entry when you're expecting a choppy day than being too aggressive. So generally what my technique is here, T-Crone, and this is what, this is for everyone, right? But when I'm ready to enter a trade, or when I get my confirmation candle, I've got my whole order set up there, right? So then I hit ask, and I'm happy to get filled on anything cheaper than that ask price, essentially, right? So when I'm then watching candlestick, or I'm watching price pull back, I'll get a fill at like 90 cents or 91 cents or 93 cents, right? Just by watching the chart. So I'll have my finger on the trigger. I'll be watching. I've got everything set up, so I'll know I'll get a fill. It's essentially a market order that makes sure I get a fill anything cheaper than price was at confirmation. And as long as I can get that, then I'm pretty happy. So then I'm just waiting, right? Try to get it. I hit submit right when it hit that stop loss. And then I'm able to get as good of a fill as I can possibly get, or the best one, while still having like a kind of a consistent process, right? Where I'm not relying on how I'm feeling or the emotions or of the number or how fast things are moving. I'm just watching how it's behaving on the chart. I've got everything set up so it's ready to go. And then when it's showtime, right? When it's go time, I'm clicking submit and trusting that my broker is going to live up to their fiduciary duty and give me their like best fill price. Let's go, Fritz. Let's go. What was your entry price? Congratulations. That's fantastic. Really good patience here, everyone. Really good patience here this morning. Okay, no reason to sell here yet on AMD, but I hope I did enough to survive any pullback. I don't want to get stopped out here. Stop loss is still at $1. Hopefully I can get a bit more follow through, maybe down towards that 120-ish. That would be sick. So let's hope it can. Okay, so did enough, right? Our stop loss seems to be in the right place. So hopefully we can keep getting a bit of further follow through here and really push this down towards like 30, 40, 50%. That'd be a lot of fun. Pretty happy with 20, right? That ain't too shabby on a half size play. But I'm just going to want to make sure, right, if this thing breaks down, or if I do get any sort of further follow through, right, I'm not being too aggressive. I'm not being too greedy. I'm not trying to hold this out for anything. Just because I went half size on this play, right, doesn't mean I'm going to now compromise my sort of trading style, right? I'm still going to try to take profit off on the way down. I'm still going to be pretty aggressive, pushing my stop loss up, right? Nothing changes for me within that context. So pretty stoked. Really good result. Gonna look to take some off, another 10 cents away, right? Something along those lines. Or that sort of, $87 mark, something along there. And then hopefully we can keep getting some big follow through, but in good shape. Markets are behaving the way we want. We're getting a consistent narrative from the indexes. So hopefully all we have to do here now is just keep watching and keep seeing our P&L number go up. If not, right, we can't go red here on the day now. That's impossible. Or at least I've set that up for myself where it's impossible. And so I'd recommend you do that as well, right? Put yourself in a situation where you basically have that risk-free lottery ticket and you can basically just have a chill, relaxed day to take advantage of whatever moves shape up. Okay, come on. Give me that next leg here. I want to be rewarded. I mean, maybe bad thinking, but man, I want to be rewarded for that patience here. Anyone still in this with me? See if this thing has those legs here now, right? Like I said, next take profit, guys, maybe around that 120-ish. Or a breakdown under 87. Yeah, it could be a grind, or we lose that psych level and it flushes. But it's been a good reaction, I think, so far. Let's go, James. Nice work, Jesus. Yes, guys. Love it. Jesus, make sure you've locked in some profit, right? Or put yourself in a situation at the very least, right, where your stop loss is above your entry price. Don't let yourself go red on this, right? Same thing goes for everyone. Generally, right, once you're up 10%, you don't want to give that up. I mean, you can go scratch on that, that's fine. But like the sinking feeling of being up 10% and then finishing red, that's like the most demoralizing, confidence-crushing trading decision you can make, I think. What'd you do, Chad? What was your trade? That's perfect, Jesus. That's perfect. That's an incredible result, Chad. Well done. Playing that nice little breakdown here. I'm guessing around that 130 area, maybe. Love to see that it's green. I mean, I talk about this all the time with you guys, right? My priority is to teach you guys a structure that you can use for yourselves, right? Take what you learn here and then apply your own little personalities, right? And really master your own craft. There's a million different ways to win as traders, but there's only one way to lose. If we can focus on those little mental elements, right? Focus on those little human side of things, we really can take advantage of the markets. Man, that's sick though, Chad. That's a great result. So I'm glad that you're green. That's awesome. Glad that you're thinking for yourself, right? That's fantastic. And keep compounding those positive decisions, man. That's awesome. What's your confirmation on that? I mean, it doesn't matter, right? I just want you to be able to define it, right? So just because I don't use it doesn't mean it doesn't work, but I'm just trying to be a little bit cheeky and trying to see if you just have an answer. So I just want you to be able to think about, yeah, each trade in that three-part process, right? Setup, confirmation, execution. Because then you're really planning things out, right? Then you're thinking, then you're not gambling. So like, who am I to say, right, what strategy is the best? I mean, that's the best strategy is the one that you can get the most out of, right? And your specific strengths and weaknesses, your eye, the way you want to trigger trades, right? That's going to be different than me. Your personality is going to be different than me, so no issues there. But the framework, right? I want you to be able to define it, because then you can go back and you can see and you can kind of notice, right, your patterns of where you're going wrong and right, and then you can make improvements, right? Make changes. You can level up, right? You create yourself a structure, you create yourself a framework that you can consistently improve on. And so that's why I'm asking you to define each element, right? I'm asking you to think about it. I'm asking you to try to make those conscious decisions. And the more of those questions that we can answer as traders, right, the less anxiety we then have when we're in positions. And so once you have that, once you can answer all those questions, right, once you can answer all those sort of anxieties, it becomes much easier for us to trade the chart, much easier for us to sort of manage our risk, right, manage our expectations, do all the things that we need to do to be able to get the most out of the position. It's such a strange phenomenon, T-Crow, and I totally agree. Because you would think that you can just plug and play, right, the same strategy, the same thing into the same person, and you're going to get the same result. But it's never the case, right? So as traders, we have to want to embrace, right, that we have to do what like is best for us. So guys, I'm going to take a little bit off here, a little bit more off at this 117. I got a little bit off. I've got about half of my original position here left, and pretty stoked on that. Actually got to fill at 118. I got about half of my original position left. So let's see if this thing can keep going. Stop loss now on my remainder is going to be, I'll call it like 105. I'll call it 110. Fuck it, 110. And let's see if this thing can keep going down and keep breaking down here, guys. But great trade. No need to do anything too crazy. Let's even keep getting some further follow through, keep having ourselves a ton of fun, and we're crushing it on this play. Yeah, and the only way that person wins consistently, right, is if their risk management is on point, because there's going to be times where, you know, it keeps running or it doesn't break down or whatever, right? So nothing works all the time. Everything works some of the time. And if we could just continually build our structure, build our system around those principles, then we'll do really well. Today is Warren Buffett's, I think, 92nd birthday. The old geezer, right? And one of the things that I love that he talks about is, if you want to, he didn't talk this about trading specifically or investing. He talked about this with like why him and Charlie Munger are such good partners. And it was when they were deciding, or they were thinking about how to build their partnership, the first thing that they started out doing was listing all the things that a bad partner would do, right? So if they wanted to figure out what a good partner would be, they wanted to be basically the opposite of what a bad partner would be. So if we think about that in the same context in our trading, right? If we list out all the things that are bad trading habits, that is bad trading, that is, we know leads to bad decisions, and then we basically do like the Costanza version of that, right? We do the opposite of that. Then we put ourselves in situations where we're going to make good trading decisions. So the more of that we can do, the more that we can structure ourselves to think that way, the easier it is for us to be good traders. And if we think about what is guaranteed to make us bad traders, right? That's averaging down, that's not thinking about our trades, that's not studying our results, right? It's not thinking about risk management, about YOLOing every play, right? And so if we start to think, okay, what's the opposite? What's the George Costanza version of that bad decision? It becomes really easy for us to then create frameworks for ourselves that we can rely on to help us make positive decisions on a consistent basis. And the more of these that we have, right, the more of these that we can rely on, the more of these that we can kind of, I guess, like bounce back from, right, the easier it is for us to consistently be profitable. And I don't mean consistently profitable necessarily every week, right? But every month, or sorry, every year, every quarter, every month, right? We make it easier for ourselves then to have those consistent results, right? And in trading, we're not going to have every month, right? It's not going to be like your day job where, you know, every month after taxes, you get 5K, right? It doesn't work like that. So we have to make sure that we're always putting ourselves right in situations where we have that framework to be as consistent as possible. And then, right, have that structure in place so that when we do have that drawdown, we do have that variance, we do have those pullbacks, we do have those red days, super easy for us to bounce back, super easy for us to sort of recover, and we're not basically dying, right, from that breakdown. Like we're not living and dying on a result by result basis. And the sooner that we can transition away from that thinking, the sooner you're going to become a profitable trader. So sorry guys, a little bit ranty, but just yeah, important for me to get that off the chest. So not too much else going on here, guys. And then pretty much just managing this, hanging out, seeing if we keep getting some follow through. We talked about wanting to get to the 120s. Well, we got there. So now let's see if we can keep getting some big action here. Maybe we've got space down towards like $85, $86. That'd be a lot of fun. We can hit that 100% barrier. But great trade here, guys. Still got about half of my position left. Stop loss now, I'm going to call it 115. And then let's see if this thing can keep breaking down. But today feels like the best job in the world. Really good patience. Well done, everybody. And let's keep hoping we can get a bit more follow through here. So next profit target is going to be like 130, 135-ish, something like that if we can get there. Okay, so like I said, guys, next take profit target in that sort of 130 range. If we can get there, hopefully we can. But feeling good about this AMD, right? Getting that nice pattern breakdown follow through. Decent volume here. Good breakdown there on that volume. Nice little low vol pullback. So let's see if this thing just keeps having the legs here to break down. Okay, so we're gonna try to take some off here. Yeah, one sec, Fritz. Let me just lock some profit. I'll go over that in a sec. So I'm going to take a little bit more off here, guys, at that 130. Stop loss going to be still that 115 area. But locked in a little bit more profit there at 130. Just not going to be aggressive. And then let's see if this thing can keep breaking down. So the reason I focused on AMD versus NVIDIA, that's a good question. So basically just a little bit of stronger candle, right? A little bit bigger volume, like more impressive volume. So the standard that we were kind of hoping for here today, bigger than anything there yesterday. NVIDIA didn't get there, right? So that was what made me feel a little bit more confident in that AMD versus NVIDIA, where, okay, everything else was telling me that same thing. But then TIE, right? The TIE breakdown was that volume profile was a little bit stronger compared to the previous day's volume profile. So if yesterday we called that consolidation, the way that I was looking for that breakout from that consolidation was a volume bar that was greater than anything else that was there yesterday. And AMD satisfied those criteria, whereas NVIDIA didn't. So that was sort of the reason I focused on that. And then wonderfully, right, NVIDIA gave us the same setup, right? Really similar volume profile. And just a little detail was a little bit stronger in that AMD. So that's why I focused on it. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. But pretty stoked with the result of this trade. I'm going to push my stop loss up here, guys, now. I'm going to go 130 on my stop loss. This thing's a monster, so I'm not going to give anything away here. Fantastic result here, guys. Well done to everybody who's still in this. And I mean, half size play turning into a 5-figure day. So well done, everybody. See if we can keep getting some further follow through, but nothing else to do besides hoping that we can get to that 50% barrier maybe. We're pretty close, right? 45 cents. We're like 5 cents away from 50%. So sick. Best job in the world when it's going your way. I'm gonna take a little bit more off here, guys, at this 142 I gotta fill. And I'm just not gonna be, I keep saying that, I'm not gonna be too greedy here. Stop loss gonna be 130. And I have about 1/6 of my original position left. Best job in the world, guys. Best job in the world. Hopefully a few of you guys are still in this and absolutely banking on this AMD. Now I'm going to try to see how far this thing can go. Not super interested in chasing this Apple, right? Pretty stoked on the price or the trade that I've had here so far today. I don't really want to chase after this, right? I'm now above 50% on that AMD, so no real rush for me to do anything else here today, guys. It's as good of a result as one can get. Okay, I'm gonna push my stop loss up here, 140 now, and let's see if this thing can keep breaking down. Basically protecting 50%. Like, let's go. Yeah, we caught AMD here, Rusty, at 91 cents. Currently about $1.50 on those contracts. So having ourselves a nice day here. How's your day going? Very nice. What was your SPY setup? So you got in like, what, 10 minutes ago? 15 minutes ago? Nice, perfect. Good increasing volume here on that breakdown. Little consolidation. Beautiful flush. No complaints. Nice. Just don't want it, you don't want the influence. You want to try your own things. I think that's pretty sweet. So let's see if AMD can keep going. Might want to break that 160 barrier. So talk to me about your how you took chunks off here, Chad. What was your structure? What'd you do? How much you take off at a time? Give me the gory details here. Okay, so this 160, right? We can break through that $86 area with some conviction. I'll probably take a little bit off. All right, just kind of hanging out at that zone. So we can break through on some vol or something along those lines. I'm gonna take a bit off, like a half of what I have left. just a huge trade. I don't know. I don't need to get too greedy here, and hold on to this thing forever. All right, guys, closed a little bit more off there at that 160. And I've got, I mean, just a few contracts left here. I'm basically just going to fuck around with these and see how much I can squeeze out of it, but it's not going to cost me any money essentially now at this point. So taking some off in at 91 cents, taking some off at $1, $1.10, $1.18, $1.30, $1.42, and then now $1.62. So pretty happy with that result. Pretty sick little trade, guys. Congratulations to everyone who's still in this. Stop loss on my remainder gonna be like $1.50. I think that's fair, Chad. Honestly, I think that's fair. If you want to have more flexibility, right, and you want to have like more contracts at the end, right, that you can start selling off into smaller chunks, maybe start looking at different strike prices, right? Something that's a little bit cheaper where you can maybe get like double the amount of contracts for the same dollar exposure. Otherwise, right, you're going to be kind of stuck in that limbo, right, until your account size gets a little bit bigger where you can just get that bigger position sizing. So I think the fact that you locked in yourself a 1% day, I don't think there's anything you need to beat yourself up over on that. It's a pretty good result. You should be pretty happy with that process. And if you're really consistent with what you just did on that trade, you're probably going to find yourself more like P&L than if you tried to now hold this on for whatever, right? Big wins come from a consistent, repeatable process, not from trying to squeeze out as much as possible, right? And then once you're up, once you've locked in that profit, right? Once you're happy with whatever, maybe it's not that 1% number, maybe it's 0.5%, right? Then you can start to kind of be, I'm gonna use this term lightly, but more of like a gambler, right? In okay, you can gamble because you've got nothing to lose here now, right? You can see if this thing can give you more follow through. You can be a bit more aggressive within that context. You can do all those sort of wonderful things. And then that makes it a lot easier, right, for you to still have that consistency. But I like your process. I don't think there's anything too wrong with it. Or at least I wouldn't give you any grief for it. So I think you just keep that up. You'll grow much faster than if you try to be more aggressive than that. Yeah, that's freaking sick. Right? So, I mean, you cannot complain about that. That is a fantastic outcome. And you're banking huge, man. So, like, remember, guys, our brains are going to try to screw with us or mess with us and, like, trick us into thinking that we're making mistakes, right? Because they want to, we want to always default into doing what's easy, doing what's familiar. So the fact that you locked in, right, that you're disciplined, that you made sure you finished green, you're doing what's unfamiliar. So of course it's going to feel funky. It's going to feel weird. And the more you can do that, the easier it's then going to be to do what you want to actually accomplish. So one step at a time. Don't try to skip levels. You're doing just fine, Chad. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. And let's hope this thing can keep giving us all some monster follow through. But what a trade. I love this job. Next take profit target for me is going to be at 182, which is 100% on these contracts. And then I'll leave myself like 10 contracts to hold on to. can't believe we haven't had any green 10-min candles. It's kind of crazy. What up, Lush today? Sounds good, Rusty. Have yourself a good day, man. Hope you are glad you crushed it. Guys, I'm going to stop myself out here at 150 if this thing keeps pulling back. Should in a sec. Right, protecting net 50% or 50% here. There we go. All right, guys, I'm out. Very, very happy with that result. Let's go, everybody. Congratulations on a fantastic trade. Fantastic trade to start the week, right? Let's go. No action yesterday, but I feel like we made up for it here today. Congratulations to everyone who caught that. Well done, everybody. And now, right, let's catch our breath. Let's not get too aggressive. I'm not going to chase after anything else here this morning. Probably not going to place any further trades here at all. Already been a pretty big move, so I'm just not going to be greedy. Pretty stoked on that, right? Huge win on, didn't have to necessarily be a huge position size, and it paid off monster. So very good day for the strategy, very good day for the system. Best job in the world, guys. Best job in the world. And now I'm just not going to give anything away. And yeah, I'm going to make sure I lock in a nice green day. So gonna stick around here for another few minutes, but I'm gonna start looking for maybe something on Uber Eats to spoil myself with. And yeah, no real other expectations here. So if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Let's go over it. If you guys want to go over this trade, let's go over it. I think we already did a little bit of a breakdown here with Fritz. But otherwise, man, great result here, everybody. So let's not give that up, right? Let's make sure that we're turning this into a big day, help compound this, and then yeah, keep kind of just making good positive decisions for our trading account. Great job, everybody. Hype. And very, very stoked.